DeadEye. Yeah, DeadEye. DeadEye versus, I mean, you know, guys, please do tell me if you're going to go around changing your names so that I can change it on the spreadsheet. Otherwise, I don't know who's, like, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, Macrosoft has our Protoss player. Macrosoft, who are you, Macrosoft? You know, I just get sent the replays, and yeah, then I've got to work out and go back to the spreadsheet and find out who was DeadEye playing. All of these complex things, you know, complex things in my life. So, I mean, no, you're thinking that doesn't sound that hard, Malcolm, to just do. But I do get sent a lot of replays, you know. So it would be helpful if people just, like, you know, do let me know or change your ID on the ID spreadsheet or whatever if in fact you're going to change your player name. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's on the wrong side of the map, so no one knows what he's up to. No one knows. This little dude has managed to come the whole way in here and sees what's up, sees that DeadEye is expanding into the gold. DeadEye with a wall off at the back here instead of the front. This seems to be common enough thing on Redshift. Macrosoft is Macrosoft is building a robo. I like a robo play against Terran, like a robo, yeah, like a Colossus against Terran. Decided not to go for the gold expo, and that's fine too. You know, it's a great map because it's a great map for air attacks because you're so close to each other by air. Microsoft also gonna build something at the back here, and you know, like, if your opponent gets this far, is this where you're gonna stand and fight? I mean, like, pile on here to alert you if anything's coming or something. But anyway, I don't know. What am I on about? What do I know? Yeah, shield battery at the front door, like it. Shield batteries, if you're not familiar with them, are awesome. You'd be amazed at just how much how much larger an army you can fight when you've got a shield battery behind you. It's pretty special. So this is those two are tech labs. That one's a reactor. So we're going to have a fair amount of production here coming out of these barracks. With marauders being queued up as well as marines, and it is useful to have some marauders in the mix just for that extra punch. They tank really well, and they have a pretty good range and stuff. So marauders are useful things to throw in with your marines. Their DPS isn't as high as just marine, but they pack that extra punch, so they are particularly effective against armored units and stuff like that. Yeah, a couple of immortals coming out for Protoss, who is temporarily, I hope, supply blocked. So these pylons will fix that, and it looks like maybe Microsoft is lining up for an expo in the gold. Yeah, DeadEye oversaturated here with quite a few idle workers just standing about the place as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, when those workers, look, this guy's just sitting here. Like, what? Just, what? Kill him. Kill that dude. What am I saying? Yeah, don't forget to send your workers back to business once they've finished building something. Yeah, Macrosoft expanding over here rather than here. I don't know about that. I think I'd be inclined to take the gold. You know, you've got pylons there and stuff already. Anyway, whatever. These guys still running about all over the show. Does DeadEye actually know where his opponent is? He's seen this pylon, and that's all he knows.
Complete.
Where Microsoft did do some scouting, hasn't been in his opponent's base over recently, so hasn't seen the factory and stuff, but you'd have to expect that there is a factory. Not much has happened really in terms of engagements and stuff. Here we are at 8 minutes 40, and nobody's like attacked anyone, you know? No, like, DeadEye hasn't scouted, hasn't attacked. Literally, okay. So using a marauder for confirmation of what's there. Where are these guys going? Like, why? Are they just wandering around the map? For like, what is What is this? Has he managed to set up a... Yeah, you see he's got like these weird rally points going on. That's what's happening there. Anyway, some long-range mining happening. I'm not sure there's any need for that. What I'd love to see from DeadEye here is a starport and some drops. You know, fly in here with Marines, kill some stuff. Fly in here with Marines, kill some stuff. This Protoss army is pretty scary, actually. It's got Archon. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Well, if it does become a base trade, Terran wins. Simple as that. Oh, but he's going home. What? No, don't go home. Just wreck stuff. Siege up and wreck stuff. Protoss army is going to be coming at you in a line, single file, and that is not how anybody ever wants to be attacking. So the Terran army is just going to mop this up really handily. Protoss, you would have been better continuing on your path, maybe killing an expo and then recalling your units home to this nexus point, so that you then could have done a defensive stance here and actually held. As it was, pretty nasty. The Stalkers are going to get on top of this siege tank. There are two others here. Fighting in this choke is not looking pretty, but it looks like at last Macrosoft does actually clear that up with some significant losses. However, both players, I suspect, while that was happening, production maybe was lacking a little bit. Are these guys just stimmed to death? Is that what this happened to them? So you really need those medevacs. You really need starports. Get your medevacs out. Heal these units up. Look, you know, look, Matey is like, he's almost dead. This Marine's almost dead. He's you know, a stalker shot away from oblivion or whatever. So you do need medevacs. You've got stim. And if you're going to be using stim, you need to have those medevacs. Storm has been researched for the Protoss. I don't think we've seen any storms yet in the EMS tournament this year, and storms are one of my very favorite things. Yeah, I'd like to see some storms. The Colossus and stuff, as previously it was a scary Protoss army. Yes, the Terran army is bigger, but it is damaged and it has no splash aside from the siege tanks. Look at the Colossus just rip through those Marines. The Marines don't have any upgrades. At the 14-minute mark, I'd like to see some upgrades. The Protoss army is +3 attack. That is absolutely brutal. So the splash damage out of these Colossus just absolutely destroyed those Marines. And no, to be fair, in part that's because look, a lot of them are already half dead. Yeah, so DeadEye, you need some support units and you need some upgrades for those. Starports, please. You also, how many idle workers? Just like Expo. Let's throw down some command centers. Yeah, fair play. Not being shy about holding down the Marine button. There's now Thors coming out as well, and I don't know about that. Siege tanks are the way forward. They're great against everything here, but you do need to siege them up. You've got to. They don't do splash damage when they're not sieged up. So siege tank micro isn't overly complex. But look, this is going to be nasty. There's so much splash here from the Protoss army. It's just going to massacre this. +3 attack with all that splash. We didn't see any storms, unfortunately, but it didn't really matter. You don't really want to fight a Thor with Colossus. Colossus do so well against squishy stuff. They don't do so well against big armored Thors and stuff. So, that's where you blink your... yeah, so, DeadEye, you did well at the building Marines stuff, but Marines are great, but yeah, once there's splash damage out, it takes you need something to tank. You need something, or you need medevacs, or you need something. You can't just Marine against all those Colossus because, as we saw, it's pretty ugly. What do you do when your opponent has got lots of Colossus? You build Vikings, is what you build, because Colossus are very, very tall. Let's have a look at a Colossus. No. How do I... Wait, what? I could have sworn one of these buttons zoomed in. Whoa, there we go. Look how tall that is. Really, really tall. Isn't it? Really tall. Yeah. So anyway, they count us there. They count as ground and there, so Vikings can shoot them in the face from quite far away. Alrighty, Microsoft goes 1-0 up.